people who destroy their gods. How is it fair that you get saved while a beautiful, perfect God gets killed? You know what, Chelsea? I think you should jump.
What's up, everyone? Today I'm going to be explaining the PoggerGate drama in the most concise way possible. However, I'm only talking about the main events, so this video will not include anything regarding Just a Minx or Hassan versus XQC. But yeah, I don't want to keep anyone waiting, so let's get right into it. The whole story starts with a streamer named Slicker, who is not to be confused with Crazy Slick, who we'll be talking about later. Slicker is a massive scumbag piece of shit who has a gambling addiction and stole upwards of 200k from friends and fans. Now, this story isn't too important, but does provide us with a starting point for all this drama. You see, when AsmondGold heard of this, he tweeted calling for Twitch to ban Slicker. Another gambling streamer, TrainWrecksTV, then replies to Asmond saying, because your pals decided it was in their best interest to use and platform the very person that scammed everyone for his horse racing and tennis bets to somehow twist and wager their war against me, and we both know deep down why insecure little man is doing this. Mizkif then replied saying, if we're going to deplatform people for scamming others, shouldn't we have banned you for Jolt coin a few years back? Jolt's coin being a cryptocurrency Train was previously involved with that didn't work out. Miz then replies, are you going to send Maya and Mitch to railroad and blackmail me like you did to those girls to cover up those sexual assaults, you fucking scumbag piece of shit? You want to come at me and make shit up? Then you better be sure you don't live in a glass house, you insecure pussy. Miz then clarifies in a follow-up tweet that Miz didn't assault anyone, but is covering for someone else who did. But what exactly is this cover-up? Meet AdrianaLee, a promising Twitch streamer who was the victim of the aforementioned assault, and this is her story. Disclaimer, Adriana talks about Crazy Slick in this clip, not Slicker. They are two different people, very different people.
Was at a party, fell asleep, got touched by Crazy Slick. He was, quote, checking my pulse by touching my neck and chest area and trying to feel my heartbeat. And if anyone knows anatomy of a woman, your heart is on your boob. So then there's multiple people in the room, but two of them were my good friends, and they said, please get away from her. You don't need to do that. He left the room, came back multiple times, had to be told not to touch me multiple times. Okay, we move on. I heard the next day because obviously I was asleep. I was told, there are screenshots of this. I was told that happened. I was very uncomfortable, but I knew as a smaller Twitch streamer that no one would give a shit on what I said.
Alright, let's recap what just happened. Adriana's passed out drunk. Crazy Slick claims at the party he wants to check her pulse. Slick then touches her boob and neck, is told to stop by friends of Adriana, tries to do it many more times but has to be told to stop, and then Adriana is told about this assault the next morning. But wait a minute, who is Crazy Slick? Well, Slick is another small streamer and Mizkif's best friend. Bet this tweet from earlier is making more sense now, huh? But wait, there's even more layers to this story, so we need to start at the very, very beginning. Alright, so initially Adriana didn't even want to come out about this, however, her hand was forced by another streamer named Novaru.
Say anything about it.
This never got that big.
Yeah, to this day, you wanna know the fucked up thing? Here's my rant part 2. The most fucked up thing is, I didn't want to bring it out because I knew I would get the short end of the stick bringing it out, especially with the Reddit coomers and whatever. So I just, kept my distance, minded my business. And then some girl was like, this girl named Novaru. I don't know if you know her. Fuck Novaru.
Novaru, maybe.
She was like grasping at straws because her channel was starting to get irrelevant and she wasn't involved in like the circle anymore. So she was like, I don't like Slick because she touched my friend. We weren't friends. She had me blocked on fucking Twitter. I don't even know why. She had me blocked because she had beef with my other friend. So she had me blocked on Twitter. She told my story saying, oh, he touched my friend while she was unconscious. Told that story, and then it blows up on LSF. Everyone's like, the girl needs to come out. Whoever the girl is needs to come out. So I'm like, what the hell?
Now it's fucked up enough that she was outed like that, but what does Crazy Slick's best buddy Mizkif do? Well, Adriana and Miz have a mutual friend named Barry, and before Adriana could even finish the tweet longer she was making on Slick, Barry leaked to Miz that, quote, Slick is done. and nothing else. Now, Miz claimed he wanted more information on what happened so that he could decide whether to keep Slick in his house or not, because Slick was living with him at the time. However, he didn't want to go himself in fear of it looking like a, quote, power play. Basically, he didn't want to intimidate Adriana. So he sent his now ex-girlfriend Maya, Barry, and another Twitch streamer named Mitch. Now, Mitch was instructed not to talk because he's, quote, a dumbass, but their reasons for sending Maya were quite a bit more interesting.
I need you to hear what you just said. Do you understand? Sending Maya because she's liked, trusted, and a girl, you don't understand how much worse that is? Do you know what you're saying, though?
Right. No, Train. If I sent myself as a 30,000 viewer streamer, that is way, I think that shows
you're sending Mitch and your girlfriend. It's an extension of yourself, and it's even worse because now it's under the guise of trust.
So Miz literally says he sent Maya because she is liked, trusted, and a girl. And as Train points out, that's almost worse. It's like he's admitting, I wanted to send the most trusting person possible so Adriana would believe what we tell her. Now, it's unclear whether Maya, Mitch, and Barry were invited because Barry claims he texted Adriana's roommate before to let them know, but Adriana says they showed up unannounced. And at this point, the story gets really funky. Now, according to Adriana and Barry, they thought Maya was gaslighting Adriana in order to make the twit longer less bad for Slick.
I was basically their connection to the girl to go talk to her. So they called me, I went and picked them up and brought them there. And then they basically, like I said before, they sort of just like gaslit her and had her downplay her story to save Slick.
Of course, Maya has a much different story.
But she said on this stream, she was like, I knew I was going to get the short end of the stick if I say something. So we probably had a conversation that was like, are you sure you want to do this? Do you want to say anything? Or do you just want to do it anonymously? Something like that, right? She said that she wanted to come out with a statement. So I said, okay. And her friend in that call, Kyle, was there the day of as well. He mentioned, I told her that day, I was like, as a woman, if this is your story, you should be able to tell it, right? I was fine with her, the twit longer, fine, right? She was going to write a twit longer. And I asked her if she thought that Slick raped her or sexually assaulted her. At the time, she said no. So I said, okay, could you include that in your twit longer then? And she said, okay. She still wanted to tell her whole story. She said everything that happened that night in that twit longer. To be clear, he did not rape or assault me, but his actions did make me uncomfortable. She showed me it, and I said, thank you for including that, because I didn't want added speculation to what was happening with Slick. I didn't think of it as a rape, or honestly, I didn't think of it as a sexual assault at the time.
My question is, if Maya was just there to get information, then why was she suggesting things to put in the twit longer? I don't know. Something very obviously isn't adding up here. She also acknowledges there was a power dynamic.
And was there a power dynamic in that situation? Because I'm a bigger streamer, yes. And I feel bad about that. It wasn't my intention to introduce that to the situation. I wasn't trying to impose that on her. I wasn't trying to pressure her, or like force her into saying something. But did it naturally exist? Yes.
Why not just say you're a terrible person, Maya? You're a grown-ass woman, and you're dating the founder of a very successful streamer group. A streamer group that Adriana is actually trying to become a part of. How could you have not known there's a power dynamic? I'm sorry, I'm trying to keep this impartial, but holy shit, I fucking hate this woman. But, as mentioned prior, there's another witness there as well. And that's Mitch. Now, it's very obvious Mitch is flaky as all hell and just wants to gossip and be everyone's friend at the same time. This is pretty well demonstrated when he says this while on call with Mizkif.
What was Maya saying? Do you feel like Maya was gaslighting? Because fucking the call.
No, I can say that right now. I know Maya very well. She definitely. Maya wanted Adriana's side of the story, but do I think that Maya is capable of gaslighting someone into downplaying a sexual assault? No, I don't think she's capable of that. Was I there for it all? No, I wasn't. So I guess AdrianaLee's word would matter a lot more.
You
than
were
mine
there
here,
for
right?
20 minutes, though. What'd you hear for 20 minutes?
For sure.
But then said this while being grilled on a 1v1 live stream.
If you want to get your truth out, and I can't fucking lead you, bro.
Okay,
So
you just need to ask me the question, and I will answer it.
Okay, give the chat a yes or no a yes or no answer. Did Miz explicitly give direction to you and Maya and fucking whoever the fuck else was in that room to go to Adriana's house and to quote unquote downplay the situation or find a way to save Slick's ass? Yes or no?
The answer to that is yes.
So, did Maya want Adriana's side of the story, or did Miz command all of you to go gaslight Adriana? It literally can't be both. At least Mitch does fairly consistently agree Miz is in the wrong. It was also Mitch who initially leaked the call to TrainWrecks, and this is Train recounting what Mitch had said to him within the DMs.
Okay, when you told me that Mizkif got up and he instantly went into the brainstorming mentality, what can we do to fix this? He sat you and Maya down and he gave you a plan of what to do.
This
that
is important.
To me is intent, Asmond. Do you understand? To sit someone down in the height of those emotions and create a plan and execute, that is not somebody that is innocent intention. That is not somebody that is broken by emotions.
Nah, you're making it sound so much worse than it is.
So to recap, Maya claims she accidentally used her power dynamic against Adriana to make Slick look better in the twit longer. Miz claims he just sent Maya, Barry, and Mitch to get info from Adriana, despite much more obviously happening. Adriana claims Maya gaslit her. Barry claims Maya was gaslighting and Miz did premeditate a plan to help Slick. Mitch claims Maya was not gaslighting, but Miz did premeditate a plan to help Slick. Although, please remember to take everything Mitch says with a grain of salt. You know, there's a phrase that says, where there's smoke, there's fire. My reason for saying this is while the next segment does not add anything to the original allegation, it sure does show a whole lot of smoke. This is Britt's story, and I'll go ahead and let Adriana explain it.
But today I reached out, I said, hey, are you comfortable sharing this story with me? So basically what she told me on Discord, and I have proof of here, okay, is that one day, she loves Pogger's community, okay? She loves Pogger's community, everything about it. So one day, Slick reaches out to her. What's your snap? And she gives him her snap. He then messaged her saying, I'm jacking off right now. Or like something horny. I just remember something to do with jacking off. And she did not reply, so he immediately blocked her. And mind you, this event happened after he was exposed for being creepy. You would think someone would learn. You'd think, oh, we promised Slick is gonna change for the better, would be a thing. And this happened. Honestly, I don't mind if my name is on it, as long as I'm not the only one. He was very gross to me, but it was over Snap, so I don't have any screenshots. Once I didn't entertain his sexual messages one night, he totally blocked me on Snapchat the next morning.
Now, that's pretty gross, but this definitely could have been a coincidence, right? Oh wait, TSM streamer FanFan had a similar experience over Discord. And wait, Adriana was able to make a huge ass thread about this guy being a fucking weirdo in the DMs, both before and after his incident with Adriana. Yikes. Now, obviously being a fucking weirdo in DMs isn't illegal, and I don't care too much, but if normal, everyday Slick is willing to continually embarrass himself in order to get attention from women, what would blackout drunk Slick do? And just saying, there's a lot of smoke for there to be no fire. Now, that's just the main story explained. We still have to talk about the result from all this. Well, first, Adriana's Twitlonger did in fact have Slick looking like an angel throughout it.
Maya was like, I just don't think you should say anything at all. And I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? Or she said I should say something anonymously. Or everyone was like, no. Or I should say it wasn't that big of a deal and I'm over it now. And I was like, listen, I'm going to be true to myself. I'll make Slick look good, like an angel, because I did. In the Twitlonger, if anybody ever bothered to read it, because a lot of people didn't, I make Slick look like an angel. I'm like, hey, it's whatever. This made me uncomfortable, but it's whatever. Even though I was upset with it. I just, I came to a even point with Maya, because Maya was like, we don't want to kick him out. So I was like, okay, whatever.
And of course, Slick continued to just be the fucking worst. I'll let Adriana speak for herself on this one.
And to this day, every time I hang out with a streamer, a bigger streamer on a website, on a platform, whatever, and they know the Mizkif circle jerk, he will go and message them, whatever big streamer I'm with, a long paragraph on how he doesn't want them to be around me. Because it triggered him because he almost got kicked out.
Really?
But you know what the Reddit comments were saying to me? And I've actually experienced like real like sexual, not saying it wasn't real sexual harassment, but I've experienced like real sexual assault in my life, before Twitch or anything. And just the Reddit comments I was getting were absolutely absurd, bro. Like,
so yeah, Slick is a real, pure piece of shit, even after the assault, going out of his way to ostracize Adriana. Also, when the TwitLogger came out, he seemingly had 3 different responses, the first being his initial public apology. However, after looking, I couldn't find it. I'm sure it's out there somewhere, but it's not here. Then, there's his response being told to streamers in private.
He wants to go around, well, she tried to apologize to me at a party. He goes up to my fucking friends, oh, like, you're Adriana's friend? Well, guess what? She apologized to me at a party. Slick, if you're watching this, where the fuck did I apologize for? What the fuck did I apologize for? I would love for you to fucking tell me. I probably said, hey, sorry this is all happening. This is very stressful. Mind not talking shit about me? Are we on the same page? Fuck Novaru. We hate Novaru. Please stop fucking talking shit about me. Yes, I said that to him because I would like to stop being fucking shit talked, stop being fucking excluded, have my friends, my best friends for fucking years, turn on me because they're tired of not being invited to things because they're friends with me? People I've literally known for years. Like, we're super close with, have turned on me and tried to come up with some random reason to not like me because they're mad they can't get in the Mizkif circle jerk. Their careers are also taking a toll, and it's not fair to them that their careers are taking a toll for something that happened to me when I was sleeping.
So yeah, pretty obvious Slick was misrepresenting that apology to everyone he talked to about it. Then his final response, and the most recent one when all the drama resurfaced just recently, he basically just denied anything bad happened. He says he never touched her breasts, but Adriana has multiple witnesses. Then he compares himself to Johnny Depp, which, no. And then he just deleted the tweet and response altogether. Adriana had some experience with Miz and Maya after this all went down as well, and it's pretty apparent how childish they are. Miz, in one instance, ran away from Adriana saying, "You cancel my best friend," while she was just trying to chill out and hang with some friends.
And I'm like, oh, hey, Miz, like, good to meet you again. Like, I try to, like, literally just clear the air. Minx was there. He runs away playful like this. He runs like, oh my God, get away from me. You tried to cancel my best friend. Oh no, get away from me. You tried to cancel my best friend. Repeatedly running around saying that. And I was like, bro, were you not there? The person who told me to put something out? Like, what is it? Like, I was like, obviously drinking, so it's like, why is this getting thrown in my face when I'm just trying to have a good time with my friends?
It's also pretty apparent Maya could never let it go.
Maya invited me to her little animal sanctuary volunteer thing. I said, oh yeah, I would love to volunteer. Slick was in there, in the Discord, I didn't care, I was like, whatever. If he's gonna volunteer for animals, like, I don't fucking care. When I find out people were actually going to the sanctuary to do work, I was like, oh cool, like, let me check the Discord, like, I'll see what days I'm available, I would love to help out. I'm removed from the Discord. Like, months after the whole Slick situation settled, she doesn't have to look good anymore. I'm removed from the Discord. Every single time I see her in a public venue, she stares me down.
Now, Ice Poseidon, seeing all this, and being the anti-hero he is, decides to drop old messages where Miz is racist using the hard R. Honestly, considering everything else, I don't care all too much about this, but it does make for some pretty funny memes, not gonna lie. He also released a video alleging Miz cheated on Maya, and while it is pretty funny, it also doesn't add much. Well, we arrived here at the end, and there wouldn't be a more fair way to end it than Mizkif's final statement itself. Pause to read if you'd like, but within this TwitLogger, he apologizes for downplaying the situation, while still downplaying for the situation by calling it sexual harassment, not sexual assault. Then he says he's taking a break from OTK, and he's having a third party investigate the org, and that he is sorry for being racist. Anyway, that's the main drama happening with PoggerGate. I'm going to continue to cover this situation I'm going to continue to cover this situation as it develops, so if you'd like to see that, please subscribe.